Hey everyone, it's Leo Young, and this is the Weekin review from October 29th to November 4th, which is today. Earlier this week, we went over the Paris Games Week, where they revealed game and trailers such as Detroit Becomes Human, God of War, The Last of Us 2 trailer, and so on and so forth. And then we also talked about how Henry Cavill agrees that with most of the fans that the DC movies were failures before the Wonder Woman movie. But speaking of Superman, have you heard the news, or the rumors at least, that next week we'll be getting the cover on Game Informer for the next Rocksteady game based around Superman. This was posted on 4chan by a user who's currently dating an employee at Rocksteady, and the post reads that the company, famous for working on the Batman Arkham series, is finally ready to announce their Superman game, and that the scale and ambition of the game are massive, and that the fans of the studio will be blown away by the details. Again, though, these are just rumors, but it at least gets you ready for Justice League. Not that long ago, Blizzard released a Overwatch trailer CGI for their character Reinhardt, giving you more insight on his backstory. If you want to see it, the link is in the description and on the website. The trailer itself is just 6 minutes, so it really has nothing to add to it. Blizzard seems to be really good at these heartfelt trailers, like how they did with May and her bot. Now it's like Reinhardt is, well, I don't want to spoil it for you. News on John Constantine joining the Legends of Tomorrow has been circulating around the web for about as long as the show's been going, actually. And last night we finally got a few teaser images by Mark Guggenheim on his Twitter. Constantine is set to appear in a 2-episode arc starting with episode 10 of the show titled Daddy Darkest, spelled D-H-A-R-K-E-S-T for Damien Dark, to indicate the return of either Damien Dark or his daughter Nora. Nora is currently played by Courtney Ford. In other news, Titan's casting call seems to lead for individuals such as Arsenal and Elastigirl, but many of the other positions are a bit vaguer, as anyone can really fit these roles. If you look on some of the websites such as Screen Rant, you can see that they're asking for a individual who's street smart, who's young, who met another vigilante and then his life changed. And in fact, that actually seems to be a little bit more like Roy Harper, so other people are talking about this. And the other female is like, she is definitely Elastigirl. The way they make her seem is like she's new to the world. She's a doll. She's an actress of some sort, which is Elastigirl's character in the comics. Now, these other two casting calls, Caroline, a female 40s Caucasian, forever sleepless with worry. She's the mother to a young troubled teen, seeking a recognizable cameo face or name, guest star. From what I could guess, that could be Raven's mother, due to the fact that Raven is so young. But then Raven, I think she's like, I don't know how old she is in not the comics, but the show. She could be 13, but we don't know. And the second character is the Messenger, male, 50s to 60s, open ethnicity, outwardly and warm and a kind presence. He doesn't seem to be the powerful type or malicious, but he has the ability to turn on a dime and be the most terrifying man you have ever met, seeking offer only names / recognizable faces. Recurring guest star, sorry. From the sounds of that couldn't be the villain if it's a recurring guest star, but I'm going to take the guess that this could be Brother Blood, simply because just the messenger. And isn't that what in the comics, that's what Brother Blood kind of comes off as, a messenger for Trigon? So we don't know, especially since Raven is here. Trigon is a character within the Titans universe. YouTube released a post yesterday describing their newest update to their algorithm. They claim that this new system will allow for 30% more videos to be monetized due to human reviewers now having a much larger say in the appeal process. However, many of those using the YouTube platform claims that these reviews won't go for any video beneath 1,000 views. For more of an in-depth review with the links in the post, you can find them right here or in the description below. Some news that we did go over this week, though. Disney is currently in production of the Hocus Pocus TV remake. The information around is a little. However, from what was said, one of the original actors, Bette Midler, is not thrilled about the lack of involvement from the original cast. If you don't know, nobody from the original Hocus Pocus cast is actually involved besides, I believe, a director. And everybody else is pretty much like, we want to be in it, we want to be involved. All the three witches, the three main characters, they were like, we want to be involved. And Disney's just not letting them do it. So I don't know what that's all about. Maybe Disney's not like casting just yet. They're still in production. They're like, all right, we can do this, and later on we'll add you into it. For other movie news, Deadpool 2 scores the composer for both John Wick's and Guardians of the Galaxy, Tyler Bates. The original composer for Deadpool, Tom Holgenberg, stepped down out of respect for Tim Miller, who directed Deadpool 1, but who also stepped down due to creative differences with Fox. Mr. Bates has also worked on films such as 300, Sucker Punch, Samurai Jack, and more. Now we get into the juicy stuff. Laurence Fishburne is finally slated for his next superhero movie, and it ain't DC. Fishburne is set to be in a Marvel duo flick, Ant-Man and the Wasp, as Bill Foster. Now, for those of you who don't know, Bill Foster is the assistant to Hank Pym and a superhero known as Black Goliath. They both grow. Sadly, though, Goliath was the first casualty in Marvel's Civil War comics series. And during an interview, Fishburne, the actor, had to say this: "I've got Blackish going on. I'm developing something else for Marvel that I can't talk about. It's going to be really cool. It's going to change the world, we hope. I went to Marvel and pitched them something that really couldn't work out. There was a lot of legal red tape that just was something they couldn't work out. But then they came back with the offer for Ant-Man and the Wasp, and they said, 'Hey, what do you think of this?' And I went, 'Oh yeah, yes.' So for more information, you can go on our website and look at the link in the article and look more into it, because there's definitely more that he said there. Now, for the Avengers Infinity War trailer, it still has no date, but the Russo brothers finally at least commented on it through a post on Instagram. The post is an old wine commercial telling you basically not to rush perfection. Like wine, it ages with time. Bars. And finally, I'd like to end this weekend review with The Wolfenstein 2 and the controversy that is building around it. First off, I'm assuming that at this point you already know of it and you've already dipped your toe in the water, so we're just going to jump right into it, alright? Now, reviews are coming out and they're negatively aggressive towards the game, and listen, just enjoy the game. Ignore the stuff that people are out there saying, such as it hates white people, or it gives Nazis more power due to the fact that they are still a threat. There are people, just go and buy the game for yourself. Even better, watch Let's Players play the game, such as MK Ice and Fire or the Achievement Hunters. Just, in my opinion, this has become a little bit too much of a hotbed issue, and I can understand it due to like Charlottesville and the Nazis for some reason coming back up, and everyone's talking about them. And now there are people who are in the Nazi party who are like, this game is very aggressive and rude towards us. And it's like, well, it's from an alternate timeline where the Nazis win. So I don't understand where you're coming from. I mean, I do, but it's like it's still a game. If you want to see just don't look for reviews. Just find people who play the game, see what you like, and if you want the game, you can get it yourself. But if you do feel that you have the need to talk about it, go right ahead. First Amendment won't stop you. Anyways, we hope you found this weekend review informative and helpful, and if you are interested in getting more news throughout the week, please hit the subscribe button to get access to our notification gong. Plus, if you want to show support for the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share with your friends, comment down below, and like the video. Anyways, I'm Leo Young. Stay impressive.